Forsaken
Yeah.
was going huge.
Forsaken he actually did really, really well the last match I saw with TCM. I think they were playing Reverto or Deserto, but they're actually ready up here. Yes!
Calm down. Arie, I said calm down! This is going to be Badlands. We'll be going to Gully Wash later, but you have just joined us. This is Vanilla TF2 with Admirable Beasley and Arie going to the first middle of the ETF2L Season 16 Parkway Blackout Gaming Week 2 fixture between the Last Resort and TCM Beasley. What's going to go down?
What's going down is that Arie has actually cratered to some nice rockets coming out, and a Sticky comes in from Hiss to take him out as well. The rest of TCM are just falling apart at the seams here as Bite is going to try and back out, and Flip is able to take down Calho, but it's not going to be enough as the rest of their team has to back out to Grey Bridge, and some spam rockets coming in from the soldiers by TLR here. It was kind of a really bad mid. They lost War really early to some nice rockets, and he cratered, but they're going to try and do a forward hold here as they got their spawns coming up. What do you think, Admirable?
Pretty strong first showing there from TLR. It looks like the TCM just caught a little bit off guard, but the fact they managed to keep Bite alive is going to bode well for them. It is Medigun versus Medigun here, as I see in my amazing overlay. Shout out to Blue. Both medics have that full Uber percentage, and right now they're just going to play it safe. TCM are holding forward in that top lobby, and the Last Resort have realised that they're not going to commit to anything here. They're trying to formulate a plan. Might they Uber their scouts through and go to last? No. Might they just try and work their way up on the balcony? Looks like they're going to take the Spire route and come in from that high ground, sort of nullify that advantage that you get from holding top lobby there, Beasley.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple, standard way to break the forward hold, but obviously you don't want to take too much spam because you need to get through there without using your Uber. But it looks like TCM is going to try their hardest to get some nice spam onto the medic. They force the Uber coming into upper lobby, and Bite is able to back out before popping his. That's going to force TLR to try and get away, but Calho cannot get away as he's cleaned up lower lobby, and the scouts are cleaned up as well. Rake goes down to Clar, some nice rockets as the rest of TCM is pushing onto the battlements area, trying to get some cap time as the scouts and the soldier do actually get up there. But Flip, nice shots onto Nadir, who jumps up there and is taken down pretty easily, and the Spire cap is going to go to TCM. Good hold.
Yeah, you really need to be decisive if you want to push in that situation, as the Last Resort did, and try and break that hold. Your first rockets need to be good. You have to get that force off quickly, and the first time you peek around that corner needs to be the one where you do the damage. Otherwise you're going to be the guy taking the damage if you keep sort of peeking in and TCM know you're coming. That time it seemed like Calho just misread the situation or couldn't close the distance in time to get the Uber forced off, and things just sort of went a little bit south. But at some point Bite died, which is pretty good for TLR. I didn't see that either, but I just realised he's building, and Evilman actually has his Uber, so you know, maybe I'll just take all that back. Here comes the Last Resort pushing in from that race upside. They're on the Grey Bridge, that stone bridge, and now they're holding on to their Uber very well here as Bite gives him the runaround. He's just buying time here to get his own charge and capping middle at the same time. Huge block going on there on
Bite
Spire.
charges crits, and the crits is popped. Both the Uber and the crits have been exchanged on the middle point as that back cap is still going. It's turned into a back cap. It wasn't initially, but it looks like TLR is going to be able to get this, and now they really have to scramble back, TCM does, to get Rake and stop him from capping that last. They do have a scout on last, TCM. Let me get my eyes on him.
Troxo's on it. He's down to 108. He's taking little chip shots here from Rake, but the spawns are coming in, and the scout from Finland will be cleaned up. Forsaken going to get that frag, and just about TCM going to hold on to here. Already it's back and forth between these points, and is Bite still running Crits Creek? That is my question. No. It's normal mediguns here for both medics, and a big advantage here for Evilman. He's got 50% in the tank. They're already moving their way down that main passage. They're going to start popping off here, bringing in some invulnerable players. They need to get onto Bite pretty quick. Actually, Bite drifts into the spawn. The frags are not coming in though. War gets first blood onto Kyler. Now Heist finds Flip. Calho onto Forsaken. It looks like TLR will be able to get this one. Bite the only man alive. He doesn't have charge, and he doesn't have a hope in hell, Beasley.
I can't believe Bite actually survived that long. He was down to 12 HP very, very early. But it's going to be 1-0 TLR. I'm going to watch Nadir on this mid, see what he wants to do. Last mid, the soldiers for TLR were able to get there and do a lot of damage to War and stop him before anybody else was at the mid. So that's always... Nadir is actually not doing too much, but Clar for TCM is going to jump in and get some nice spam onto hit. Hiss goes down to 32 HP as Nadir able to be cleaned up, and now 2 frags go down for each team. It is 4v4 for each side, but Hiss is still very, very, very low as the rest of the team for TLR is going to go down as their health drops. Hiss still hasn't died. He's still there. It's War at very low, 11 HP, and Flip versus Calho, who's also very low, and Hiss, who is full HP. So the advantage here might be in favor of TLR with their health. The spawns are coming in for TCM.
Yeah, it looks like War is going to be able to control that choke with a few stickies. Back to that middle though, and I saw double soldier aggression coming in from the last resort, but left Evilmoon totally exposed. Forsaken was able to get that instant medic pick. Bite could have survived, but he didn't have the protection himself, even though they had an opportunity, but it's turned into an even Uber game yet again. TLR did well to sort of come back from that early loss of their medic on that middle, but the most they've been able to achieve from that is just to slow down the onslaught here of TLR who have, or TSE who have picked up middle, now get the Spire without much of a contest, just better position there, and it's tough to defend Spire if you're not really on the balcony or on the Spire. If you're coming in late and just eating all that spam as you try to get there and jump, it's just so hard, it's not even worth taking on that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you kind of really need Uber to do anything with, but TLR just backed up, broke their forward hold because they knew they have Uber, but Bite pops his Uber in onto the Demo Man. The Pyro is getting in the face, the Pyro and the heavy defense. The Uber comes out for TLR, and they're just pushing everybody else back out of their last point. The Heavy goes down, and so does Nadir. Nice rockets by Forsaken, and TCM does not want to back out of this. They just want to focus down that Pyro. They take him out as the medic drops down, and Calho with 2 nice rockets stacking that onto the team, and it's just Clar and Flip alive as they were able to cap the point, taking out everybody. Calho and Hiss go down. It is 1-1. We're seeing a real good match here.
It's sort of strange decision there from Evilman. Obviously he wanted to Uber the Pyro and save him, but in doing so he didn't heal anyone else on his team, and Kyler went down as Heavy. Like, the Heavy can't dodge, he needs a flash or something. He got dropped, and no heavy weapons guy, that was like the linchpin of their defense, just fell apart for them right there. Now we're going to see TCM coming into this middle. They're doing a shithouse rollout. We're going to head on over there, but Bite's going to stay in Bally. They're beating out the bomb M's. Deer shows a little bit of his inexperience there by going straight in, getting cleaned up, and that's just going to snowball as the man advantage goes from bad to worse here for TLR. Only their medic up right now, Beasley. What a train wreck of a middle.
Bad the worst is right. We're going to see Evilmoon run for his life. It looks like he's going to be able to juke the scout, but he might get cut off main. No, Scout's just going to back up. That's going to give Evilmoon a 50% Uber, and they need to build before that Spire is capped, because we know that Bite is going to want to take that Uber straight into last, and that's what they're going to do. They're getting ready to move in main. He pops his Uber onto the Scouts and the Soldiers. The Soldier jumps up trying to take out Evilmoon before that Uber is even a thing. The rest of the team for TCM is not able to come in as Drozo goes down and Clar is at 13 HP. Now the rest of TCM, we talked about a bad to worse man advantage earlier. I just watched every single player's health go from fully white to fully red, and that's a classic example of a botched push.
We're going to see 2 players waiting for the back cap. It's a 2-pronged attack here. You got Flip hiding lower right on the attacking perspective. He's right there at the doorway. Then you got Forsaken who's in trash now, moving up to support Flip. It's going to be 2-on-1 here onto the last. The Deer needs to go huge. His first rocket is good, but can't do the damage to clean up the scout as he just gets kited by Flip. Forsaken comes in for the cleanup, but isn't in time to get the cap. TLR have already capped that, and this is effectively a 4-on-4 situation. Forsaken is still up, but he is behind. Actually 3-on-5. I mean, I'm reading the scoreboard totally wrong. They're slightly short-handed here. Uber has been popped off though. Will Bite try and block this? He's going to send in War to put some blockage onto that point. He drops onto the point, gets out with his life though. Demoman survives. They rolled the dice there, but it didn't pay off. But they really didn't lose that much, just Forsaken, the man behind.
Yeah, but Clar's not able to get out fast enough, and then now they have no soldiers. So they're sitting in their choke with the bombs coming in from TLR as Nadir is taken out, and that Uber is popped by Bite. Now, TLR just popped their Uber. They don't have it, so they have to run for their lives before their medic is picked, and we know that everybody is going to be focus firing the medic. They love to do that. But Evilmoon looks like he's going to be okay, and we're just going to flip-flop leapfrog this point here, and it's going to be TCM's now. That was good play, a really good play to force that Uber when they were coming into mid, and now Evilmoon has his, and Bite is taken down very early as the pop comes out from Evilmoon, but they have no players. Spawns come up, but they're still not able to do much. This scout, Drozo, is messing around with them on Greybridge and pulls them out before they can get out there. They do have some gap time on Spire, but that is taken out. Forsaken, nice try for him to pull them back, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do too much. They do have a 25% Uber advantage. they're gonna, you know what, they just don't care. They have the numbers, 2 men down still for TCM. They're just gonna come in, muscle that point. But War does not want to let them do that. He does what we've seen him do before, just kind of jumps in and walks away with 17 HP. This man is absolutely insane.
He's the Terminator. Oh wow. Bite got a little bit caught out there. I think maybe just a little bit overeager. Went down there as he tried to push ahead and use his advantage to drive home against TLR there. He finds himself slightly behind. Evilmoon is building. I wonder, will TLR push off this one? Did he feel confident that they have a handle on the Uber percentages, or will he choose to hold? Quite often you see them play that sort of passive style. We saw a very exciting game between them and Roberto on Metalworks, which was a lot of holding, but right now they are going to try and push in. Already they find themselves a player down, and they've taken so long to push that their advantage has been nullified. I think they've read this one now. They're going to back off the middle and regroup, try and use the positional advantage here to counteract the fact that they are a man down. There's a heavy weapons guy in the field as well, and the Uber comes in at force. Was it? Evilmoon pops off. He's still got 90 HP. They send 2 scouts in there, sacrifice to the gods of TF2 to force that Uber Beasley, and it's going to be 4 here for TLR as they try and hold off a fully armed 6-man TCM side here, who are now capping ×9 on middle. What the hell?
×9, that's a little overkill, I think. But yeah, you said that perfectly well, TLR. I just don't think they realized that the heavy was there. They waited until about 100% to push in with their Uber, and by that point they had lost the advantage when they were in position. Now we're going to see Bite and his merry band of misfits just kind of muscle in with that big fat Russian and take this Spire. But now they know, there's not going to be any... There is a scout behind, but there's no demo man, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. There's no stickies in lobby. They know they have to get in before the stickies are able to come up, as his is spawning right now. But that heavy, as the medic drops down to the floor, they take him out, and I don't know, TLR just didn't play their height advantage there, and they all walk down to the heavy. Again, looking like they kind of didn't really remember that he was there.
Yeah, gotta give a bit of credit to Droso in the last few exchanges, particularly that time that TLR went into force. Droso was just on point with the cleanup, got 2 or 3 frags there, pushed into middle. No, it then went back in favour of TLR, but I always give that guy a lot of stick right now. He seems to be doing pretty decent. We're going to see TCM roll out through shithouse. Double soldier bomb round there to find nobody onto the TLR train, as they are doing pretty much the same thing. Nadir manages to go down first. Again, Rake will join him, and Calhio. The focus fire, the coordination from TLR seems a little bit lacking compared to TCM. It's like they rolled out the same, came through shithouse, and then they were like, oh, I forget what we do now. Jump in and die!
Exactly.
Didn't work.
Yeah, it's like they're sending a lot of people at the medic too. Some of them are able to get out, but usually 1 or 2 goes down there. But Kyler for fun, I love his name, comes in and just 2 shots Bite. Really nicely played. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody knew he was there, but that's what he likes to do. So you got to watch for that. He's one of those players. But that's not gonna stop TCM from trying to get this Spire as the rest of their players go down. But Clark gets a really, really nice bomb onto Evilmoon, but he escapes with his life. And Drozo and Flip, the 2 scouts, they're insane. They're looking for something they can do, which is to go find their medic and switch to sniper before that forward spawn is lost. So we're going to see Flip snipe here, and not too much is going to come out of that. There's a big Uber advantage in favor of TLR. It's about a 50% Uber advantage, and it seems like TCM have just given up the midpoint. They did have the first spawn stuff. They need to get this medic here as they try to muscle in through the choke. If they're going to do this, if they're going to commit to this, they really need to get the medic before that Uber is a thing, and just sit back and get their own Uber.
Yeah, Flip is looking to contest the choke point here, trying to get a shot in the middle, but he doesn't realise the Uber's coming through on Hunter. Heavy goes down instantly. Forsaken is going to get smashed there. Flip as well as Sniper can't do much to evade that. They already have 5 players on the point, and they're using the combo to clean it up behind. Heiss will find Droso, but he does himself go down to Bite somehow there. Didn't see how that happened. Bite did go down in that exchange though. War and Clara, the only men alive as Forsaken respawn. War is spamming stickies onto the point, and TLR don't even want to kill him until their point is capped. They just throwing meat on there, man. Throwing bodies on that point. They're going to get it, and it's going to be a 2-2 game here with 16 minutes left to go.
Oh, this is one exciting match. Bite's survivability has been really impressive on these mids, but we're going to see Nadir again. We're going to watch him on this mid, and we're going to see what he does. A lot of really early bombs coming out from those soldiers as they jump the train. again and aren't able to find anything as TCM has rolled out shithouse their side. The soldiers, Nadir is going to go under the point and see what he can do, as he can't do too much. We're going to swap over to Rake now, as Rake is just looking for some damage on the point, playing their train, playing by the heels. He sees that there's some damage maybe on the demo man. There's calls coming out on that, as Klar is going to go down first due to some nice focus fire from TLR.
What's
But
in the...
Warher, yeah, is just not stopping here. He is just hitting these pipes, waiting around, as that Uber is gotten by Bite, and Evil Moon has it as well. It's 3v3, some low heals on their scouts, but I think we're going to see an Uber fight here on mid. What? I didn't even see him die. I saw the pipe get... Oh, he's just not stopping.
You can't go into War's pipe range. There's like this force field, which you should not penetrate when dealing with War. He just doesn't miss pipes in that sort of close quarter scenario, and he loves people to just run at him. That's where he's in his comfort zone. Please run at me. I'm going to hit every pipe and crush your team. It was huge there in a situation where he was outnumbered in the middle. Bite doesn't even have to pop off of his Uber. War picks up 2 kills and the force on Evil Moon. And just absolutely clutches that one, which looked like a pretty strong middle from the last resort compared to their previous efforts. Now it's Heist who's trying to do work here in the lobby. He's been spotted out though, and he's trying to get back to last. He will survive, although he was quickly being surrounded by red players. He does get out with a deft sticky jump. Now we're going to see TCM continue in. Bottom right, they find a Heavy who's already spun up. He's going to be just easy pickings there. He's gone down. There's a soldier in the tube. There's lots of players on the point. As TCM just try and engineer the perfect way to cap last. They're going to make it 3-2 there. Mechanically pick it off everybody.
You said the Terminator earlier, and it's starting to look like the Terminator. It's just like people are going back in time to kill people. It's out of control. But War, I mean, I don't know what to say. His pipes are out of control as he's going to roll out through the house and get some good early sticky onto the demo man. Hiss for TLR, but he takes a lot of damage, and it seems that he takes a lot of damage early in the mid. Pretty common. But he's going to fall down, get his heal as the scouts and the soldier Nadir with some crazy plays takes down both Drozo and Fluff. And now we see a huge number advantage for TLR here, as it's just Bite and War, as Bite is down to 2 HP. Is he going to die? He does die, but what's War going to do? He's out of his mind. He's probably going to jump in, as actually no, he's going to get jumped. He's fighting off. 9 HP is what he's at, and he goes down. Calho cleans him up, and that's a full wipe as Drozo and Flip spawn.
Yeah, Drozo and Flip were just like standing on the edge of their middle platform, looking down into the valley, shooting people who they had been trying to focus fire, I guess, but that made them easy pickings for Nadir. He just landed in one rocket, I think, from above, took them down, both of them at the same time. That's why both scouts don't play together like that, because if you get caught off guard, you lose 2 instead of 1.
Yeah.
Whoa. Uber gets popped off here into me, and I think I'm lagging a little bit. Ice is just about to back his way out there as Uber fades, finds himself with a scout behind and a soldier in front. He's going to be a Heist sandwich right there. Evilman going to escape. He's rocking that needle gun, the overdose. One thing I want to mention, Beasley, is that with this Halloween update, there's been a bug brought in. Potentially a bug. It must be a bug, yeah. With the crossbow, where that you can now, if you have a script, you can reload it faster than the gun normally reloads just by switching between weapons, because it's got passive reload now. I just saw that one in the ETF2L admin forums. There's also some changes to the winger as well. I'm not sure what the official word is on that, but something to think about.
Yeah,
no Bite loves the crossbow.
I love the crossbow too. Personally, I play medic. Speaking of Bite and that crossbow, we're gonna see TCM's just gonna push right through. They're probably not gonna have to pop their Uber, but there is a demo man behind the spire as they go up to get that cap time on Grey Bridge, and he jumps in trying to force Bite. Bite takes no damage, but he pops the Uber. He just wants to get his team in through there, as they know that they still have that spawn advantage. As Hiss and Adir are still down. Hiss is gonna be up for another 8 seconds, but everybody else goes running right in. They clean up. Klar and Forsaken go down. Bite runs in, it's taken down, and that looked actually pretty good for TCM, but they kind of just all split up and let themselves get, you know, easy pickings, like you've been saying the whole time when you talking about Thanksgiving or something. But yeah, they turned themselves into easy pickings, and just TLR knows exactly how to deal with.
I'm just looking at Twitch chat here, and some nerds want to do battle with me. They're saying that it's part of the update. It's a feature that the crossbow reloads so quickly. Yes, it is supposed to be passive reload, but you can actually script it so that you can have a faster fire rate just by switching to Ubersaw and back to the crossbow and back again. And that is not a feature, my friends. That is a bug.
I like it. I was doing it in Pugs last night. I played Medic, so I was having a great time with it. But we're gonna see just a stalemate. You know, the Ubers have stabilized. Evil Moon, they don't have their demo, and Drozo wants to get in. He's taken down. War goes down, so now, yeah, TCM is at the disadvantage of Forsaken on 2 HP. They don't really know what they're gonna do, as Bite is gonna try and run away through that lower left area onto the battlements. And a scout is going to come, but he jumps down main, and now he's just going to play back with their sniper. But that scout is going to go onto Grey Bridge and chase him down. Some pistols, and Kyler for fun takes down Bite, but he's down to 11 HP and is cleaned up by Drozo. But TCM now have a severe number advantage. As I say that, I bite my tongue as everybody on TLR spawn. But TCM, they're still pretty far in there, and Forsaken is lower right now, and he wants to maybe see what he can do. He's going to sit up there in that little light post and wait for somebody to push up. And he sees him! Oh, who is that? Scout is popping off shots at him as Forsaken is called out right away, and that just does not happen for him. He rocket jumps his way out of there.
We got War hiding at the drop down at the window there. Race up. He's got 4 stick. He's waiting for anybody who wants to peek and check if he's there. There's going to be a spy though. Kyler decloaks. Did War hear that? He must have heard. It's suspicious right now. War's looking around him. He's wondering what's going on here. Did Kyler actually see him? Was he able to peek out there? There's a spy here for the last resort. Kyler from Fun, their scout. And they did have an Uber advantage, but by the time they push, they're not going to have one. And there's something weird going on here. Rake is running around the point looking for a spy. He's shooting in all the spy spots. Everybody's getting really paranoid right now, man. And I don't like this. This is freaking me out, man. There's going to be a sniper remain though. Flip fires off a shot, lets everybody know that he's there. His first shot is no good. That was the money shot and he did not get paid.
Yeah, Flip is also sniping on the main area. He's going to look for another shot because I think he's fired already and they know he's there. As he's going to look in, and he has a nice shot on the demo man, but he's not able to take him out as he actually misses. Oh no, Hiss goes down. Flip hits the shot, and Forsaken hits him with a nice rocket, and Hiss does go down, and that's probably going to cue the push as the Ubers are exchanged. Bite pops a little earlier, but Evil Moon is flashing all over the place. Nobody's looking at the point, and Starzar just walks in and takes it over. We got a 4-2 in favor of TCM, everybody. This is out of control.
Really smart there from Drozo. And I don't often say that, but you know, as soon as that demo man's down, the point is wide open. I'm sure Bite was screaming it too, that you gotta play that point, man.
Yeah, once you have no demo man, you've got no sticks there. This middle is going to be a little crazy because we've got a lot of adrenaline pump after that last point there. As Warher, yeah, is not going to contest it very much. The soldiers from TLR bomb up onto that shithouse train side there and do find people this time. And the deer goes down pretty quickly as Hiss also goes down. Forsaken, Drozo, Clar are all down for TCM as the scout is pushing it. Kyler for fun is able to knock out Bite there as he whips out his Uber saw and tries to kill him.
Yeah, Rake was sort of dropped the ball a little bit there. He was the closest player to Evilman, so effectively his pocket. Evilman was getting chased across that point by a scout who must have popped off like 6 shots before he got that frag. But onto this middle, War's just going to walk in and try and do damage to players that he thinks are weak, because he knows he's got the follow-up here from Forsaken. He has respawn. TLR do get the cap, but they've lost Kalyo, and now Kyler's just going to go in. Oh, everybody thought he would have backed off. Kyler goes in and picks up a 2. He can't get Drozo though, he shuts him down. Drozo is the sheriff right now, and he's going to put an end to Kyler's spree, but Kyler, cheeky bastard, just ran in there and picked up a 2k.
He did, he just juked everybody and then got right back in their face when they thought they were safe. But no, you're never safe. This guy just does that for fun. Can't you see his name? And the Uber advantage is in favor of TLR. They do have 100% Uber. It's crits! Oh my god, it is crits! And they pop it onto their immaculate Demo Man Heist, as I think Bite doesn't realize he's walking into a sticky, but it doesn't explode on him. He's okay. This crits doesn't really do too much. They're only able to get Clar out of it, and Bite's able to back up. He still has 70% Uber. He needs to get through that Grey Bridge door. But the rest of his team is going to play around him, and they're just going to try and keep TLR at bay, but they're not able to. So at this point, if you're Bite, you really just need to get that Uber, and you're screaming at everybody, don't break that beam. I need this Uber. Oh, you're all nitwits. But he's able to get it, and now they need to pop it very soon without dropping everybody, but Clark goes down, and now they're just going to have to back off and use this Uber for their laps. Evil Moon also has it, so with these spawns not coming in so early, we're going to see the pop come in straight away from Evil Moon as they just get onto that cap time, force everybody down, and that crit screen comes out and just kills everyone. Do you see this? Bite standing on the point, Uber.
Mad. He's like,
great.
I just dropped everybody. He had the Uber,
Yeah.
and he just couldn't seem to find anyone to heal. I know that feel, bro.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, heartbreaking there for Byte, but it's just beautiful here for us spectators. It's going to be 3-4. TLR slightly behind, and 5 minutes left on the clock here on Badlands Map 1. If you have just joined us, this is Vanilla TV. We're here with Admirable, Beasley and Arie. Take it away on this next middle, buddy.
This next middle is going to be all about the scouts as TLR Rake gets in there and gets some nice damage. Forsaken goes down early to Calho. Byte also goes down to Calho. Calho picks up a nice 2K and Rake comes in, cleans up Warher. Yeah. That was a really dominant mid. I'm glad I looked at those scouts because they were just everywhere the damage was and just knocking people in the back, taking them out. And some nice play coming out of Calho to take out Byte and Forsaken. Really nice combo play. As they're just going to walk into yard, take that Spire, see, maybe, okay, war's not up, there's not going to be any stickies we can get in, it's not going to be a forward hold, but there is some rocks being shot down at them trying to force that Uber, and Evil Moon's got balls of steel, he's not going to pop that Uber in through that shutter door. He wants to use, it's actually crit's not going to pop anything, I keep saying that, but the crits goes off, takes down Droz, not a very successful crit, Forsaken comes in to knock out Evil Moon, and nice 1-2 punch, kind of hold going on, and Clar takes out Rake, who tried to sneak some cap time out of the point. Maybe take out right there. Doesn't do too much.
Oh wow, and TCM are just mincing them up here. I'm not entirely sure what the last resort were thinking. Fair enough, they had crits, that was the decision they made before the round started, but the way they executed there, they had so much time, they got Byte picked onto middle, they had plenty of time, they sort of rushed into it. Probably should have healed each other up. Made a go of it, but didn't have enough.
I keep missing that. Do you actually sound a little bit like a robot to me? I hope that's not a bad sign.
It's cool, it's cool. Do I still sound like a robot?
No, we're getting better. We're moving up. We're moving up. As Byte is moving up too with Claw into this choke. They pick off and are just going to get some cap time here. But there is a back cap going on.
Uh-oh. Being contested though. There's two players here for TCM trying to block Rake. They will get it done. Flip and Forsaken are going to hold on to that one now. With the man advantage, TCM come full force against the retreating TLR. War is going to jump in and get the force. He will go down. But as TLR push in here, there's still a man disadvantage. As long as TCM just play tight around their medic here and don't give away any cheap frags, they'll be able to destroy them. And Nadir will get Clar though. Probably to see if his medic, Rake has just respawned, comes in with a little buff, but finds a red wall there. He's going to get smashed. And TCM have managed to produce the goods here. They've taken back middle, they're going to get Spire and have an Uber advantage to push on to last and maybe put another round on the board that might just take out of the reach of the last resort here, Beasley.
Yeah, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, it's getting to be a bit of a, panic attack for TLR. They want to force this golden cap because there's not really much choice otherwise. You're not going to win this game. There's not enough time to take 2 rounds right now. But if you're Byte, you do just probably want to wait this out as TLR knows that Byte likes to do that and they have to get in there and force that Uber to start something to stop Byte from being able to just milk this Uber for that remaining 2 minutes on the dot. And that clock really gets to be a problem here.
Yeah, like they have a choice there. You can try and crush the flank, get the frags that aren't covered by the wait for their charge. They have decided to play the waiting game, but that clock is ticking down. Uber's come in and get traded here. There's a heavy weapons guy on middle. It's full turtle mode here from TCM, Forsaken the Russian and playing the Russian heavy. And there will be no rushing done here by the last resort. They're going to have to hold up and heal up once again as they find Nadir and Kalyo. Very weak. Kalyo's going to go down in the house. Clar picks up 2, finds Kyler as well with the shoddy. And now TLR are just going balls to the wall there, but the wall is holding up, man. TCM going to hold on here, Beasley.
Yeah, TCM held on. Evil Moon is backing out. He's got that 45% Uber. So we might be able to see 2 Ubers out of that with the, there's a minute left on the clock. At 40 seconds it takes just about to build an Uber, and but Byte actually has his full Uber. So now, I don't know, we'll either see them push. There's not really much time for TLR to push them all the way back to their last and maybe take a round. But yeah, we're going to see Byte take his team in there, drop a couple players to get onto that point and get some nice cap time. That's going to keep TLR at bay for a while at least. 40 seconds remaining. Byte's able to get a Uber stall, but he goes down to Kyler for fun. So, I mean, it's not really the end of the world for TCM there, losing that push with 30 seconds left, but TLR are definitely in panic mode.
Yeah, I think I saw Bite abusing that crossbow bug there. I would claim a default right now in the last resort. There comes an overcharge from Evil Moon, but it's all for now. Only 12 seconds remain on the clock. TLR want to try and save a little bit of face, but really in their heart of hearts, they know. They know they can't do it. Can they? Can they do it? 2 seconds?
No, they can't even cap 2 in time.
Oh man. Close, but no cigar. That's going to be it for the first map here on Badlands. We'll be going to Gully Wash shortly, but Beasley, who impressed you? Who was your man of the map?
Wore her, yeah. It was absolutely ridiculous. Seriously, you called him the Terminator at one point, and he really was. It was just kind of, it was immaculate almost, watching him just jump in and then jump right out, as he was out damaged that last round by Hiss by about 400, 500 damage, but that's okay. Hiss was kind of had to push up into them, so it's, you know, I'll give him that. But overall, his damage numbers have been pretty good. And again, he's not dying. You know, he's bombing in. He's getting a lot of damage. He's forcing Ubers. He's getting out of those force situations. We saw him die once forcing it, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't a terrible time. That's gonna pass. But yeah, definitely wore her. Yeah, he had a great match.
I was feeling some of the scout play. I'm not sure whether to go for Kyler on the losing team or to give it up for Droso, who I thought pretty well. I'm going to cheat, as usual, and just check out the logs. Wow, Clara with a big 30 kills there, cleaning up. But in terms of damage, yeah, War doing 383 per minute. Heiss, about 30 damage per minute behind him. And trying to decipher, let's see, kills and assists per death. Who's the best? Flip actually up there at the top. And Droso not really doing that well. Kyler not doing that well in terms of damage. Oh, I'm not sure who to give it to then.
You know, Kyler might not have done too much damage, but he really was all over the place. I thought about giving it to him too, but just like you said, he did not win the map.
I'll give it to Droso then. We'll give it to Droso.
That's right. That's what you gotta do. I'm proud of you. That's the good Irish pride right there.
Wow. This is just, you know, Droso always complains to me after I cast his games. He's like, wow, you said I was terrible. You said I'm an idiot. He said he's going to really try hard this season. So there you go, Droso. There's some encouragement for you. Good boy. Good boy.
You did call him an idiot. You were actually very mean to him the last match we casted together, Admirable.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
That's how he rolls, brushing that dirt off
It's, you know,
shoulders.
like schoolyard love, you know, when you're little kids. The girl that you really like the most is the one you treat the worst. Droso, I love you, baby. That's deep, man. That's deep.
That is deep. I don't know how to respond to that one there. What is this next map? Is Gully Wash, you say?
Gully Wash.
I love Gully Wash. I love it.
Wow. I really enjoyed that. I saw Heavy and Sniper a few times for TCM there, just at various points, whether defending last or trying to run down the clock on middle. I'm just wondering, are they planning to run any heavy sniper action here on Gully Wash? We did see Evocate run a heavy sniper against Roberto, who just didn't know how to handle it. It's not a strategy you see that often these days in Europe, but it definitely had a heyday, and that was around the time whenever Byte was running the show for the actual TCM gaming, not this fake homage to TCM. Back when we had like players like Hunter and I guess Skinny, Xerox, a classic roster, a golden era for TF2. I'm gonna hype it up, man, and then they're gonna spawn and it'll be 2 soldiers and 2 scouts. But you know, could we see a heavy sniper to middle?